Hello everyone, happy Easter. My name is Pastor Heidi and I'm so excited for what's about to happen. But before we get started, I want to let you know about two very important things. The first thing is, I so badly miss your beautiful faces every Sunday morning. The second thing is, Easter Jam is for everyone in the whole family. So yes, teenager over there on the couch, Easter Jam is for you. Young adult in the kitchen, Easter Jam's for you too. But here's the thing, kids. You are going to need to lead your family in Easter Jam. Adults, buckle your seatbelts. You are in for an Easter service like you've never had before. So take a look around the living room. Is everyone here? If not, go grab them, because we're going to get started in 3, 2, 1.
Easter, a time for fake grass, plastic eggs, these things, chocolate bunnies, and people dressed as bunnies. And then there are the weird parts of Easter, like fake grass, plastic eggs, these things, chocolate bunnies, and people dressed as bunnies, which is interesting. But what does all this stuff have to do with Easter? And if this holiday is about more than candy and wearing uncomfortable clothes to church and lunch with your relatives, what makes Easter happy?
Hey everybody, I'm Zoe. In my opinion, there are only two kinds of people in the world. People who love to eat these, and people like me. I just don't get it. How do you eat something this cute and grainy? Let's see how your family feels. Show me a big thumbs up if you love to eat these things. Thumbs down if you don't. Okay, there are a lot of different opinions out there, but no matter how you feel about eating Peeps, you are going to love this next game. Your family is about to compete in the greatest Peep jousting competition of all time. I'll tell you how it works, then tell you when to start. The first thing you're going to need to do is divide your room into 2 teams. Then get 2 Peeps and assign them each to a team. If you don't have Peeps, no worries. 2 large marshmallows will work as well. Feel free to give them some cool names like Sir Sugarcoat or Madame Sprinkles. You get the idea. Also feel free to decorate them to give them some personality with a Sharpie or a marker. You could give them a cool mustache, some mean eyebrows, or maybe even a fancy outfit. The choice is yours. Get your creative juices flowing. Next, you're going to take your 2 Peeps and insert 2 toothpicks into them. You can think of the toothpicks as jousts, lightsabers, or swords, depending on how serious your family is about the competition. Now, take your 2 Peeps and put them on a microwavable plate. No social distancing necessary. Your Peeps will want to be close and facing one another. Now, time for the big event. Get your plate and put it in the microwave. Come and watch at the microwave and set the timer to 45 seconds. Watch from a safe distance as your Peeps throw their toothpick sabers into one another. The first toothpick to touch the other team's Peep first wins. It's time for you guys to get started. Don't forget to snap a picture of the photo finish. I'll wait here. Come on back, guys. Who won? Don't forget to post your pictures with hashtag #SSCNextGen so we can see how well it went. To be honest, that was way more fun than I thought. And this happened. Anyways, ready for another game? For this game, you're going to need a laundry basket and lots of socks. Clean or dirty doesn't really matter as long as they have a match. If needed, you can go get that stuff now while I explain the rest. To start, you're going to dump all your socks in one pile on the end of the room. Don't worry, those socks will make their way back to the basket real soon. Then put the basket on the other end. Then choose 2 people to play and 2 scorekeepers. When I say go, the player is going to grab a sock from the pile and search through to find the match. They're going to wrap it up like an Easter egg and throw it to the basket on the other end. The person with the most sock eggs at the end of the game wins. If you don't have scorekeepers, that just means everybody's on the honor system. Parents, I'm looking at you. Okay, this Easter egg throwdowns is happening in 3, 2, 1, go. Come on back, guys. Who won? I want pictures. Again, don't forget to post them with hashtag #SSCNextGen. That was wild. Whoever wins gets socks. Just kidding, guys. Adults, make sure that whoever won gets something special today. Like maybe one of these. Okay, maybe not.
Hello everybody, how are you guys doing? I hope you're having fun so far. I know I am, and I'm in such a happy mood. Why am I in a happy mood? Well, because it's Easter, of course. Easter is such a happy and amazing time. Now, I know some of you guys might not know why it's so amazing, but don't worry, we're going to be talking about that later. Well, I know we're celebrating Easter a little different than we always do, but don't worry, Easter is still a happy time. And no, it's not happy because of the chocolates and Peeps and candy, although those are amazing. It's happy because of something that happened 2,000 years ago, at the very first Easter. And the story is so cool and powerful, and it's so simple, it can be told with laundry.
In the beginning, God created everything. He formed people in His very own image. But then, we turned away from God. Sin entered the world, like a dark stain. Still, God loved us so deeply that He made a plan to rescue us. At just the right moment, God sent His very own Son, Jesus, to live among us. Jesus healed hearts and minds and bodies. Thousands gathered to hear Him teach. Instead of giving lots of new rules, Jesus turned things upside down by making it simple. Love God, love others. After 3 years of traveling and teaching, Jesus and His disciples entered Jerusalem to celebrate the Passover feast. Huge crowds gathered to welcome Him. But while the crowds cheered for Jesus, the religious leaders made plans to arrest Him. He was turning their world upside down, and they wanted Him gone. As Jesus celebrated the Passover meal with His friends, He told them that He would be leaving, but would return. His friends didn't understand. That night, One of Jesus' followers, Judas, led soldiers to arrest him. The religious leaders gave Jesus a fake trial and then sent him to Pilate, the Roman governor, who could have him killed. Pilate found Jesus had broken no law and tried to release him. But a mob called for Jesus to be killed. Pilate gave in and handed Jesus over to the Roman soldiers. Jesus was forced to carry the heavy beams of his own wooden cross. On a hill called Golgotha, the soldiers nailed Jesus' hands and feet to the rough wood. The soldiers and people who passed by laughed and mocked him. But from the cross, Jesus asked God to forgive them. Finally, Jesus called out, "It is finished." Then he died. The earth shook. Rocks split open. Even the soldiers cried, "Surely he was the Son of God." One of Jesus' followers took his body and placed it in a tomb cut from the rock. A huge stone blocked the entrance. Jesus' friends were devastated. They had believed that Jesus was the one God promised, the one who would rescue them, but now he was gone. Their whole world had turned upside down. Jesus' friends stayed hidden in fear for 3 days. But early Sunday morning, Mary Magdalene, a close friend of Jesus, hurried to the tomb. She planned to anoint Jesus' body with special spices. As Mary neared the tomb, she saw the stone had been rolled away. The tomb was empty. Mary turned to see a man standing near. She didn't recognize him until he said, "Mary." It was Jesus, alive. Jesus told her, "Do not hold on to me. I have not yet ascended to the Father. Instead, go to those who believe in me." Jesus, God's Son, became like us to lay down his life. Through God's power, he defeated death for all of us, and sin was washed away. One day, he's promised to return, so we can live with him forever.
I love that story. I think it's so amazing. I mean, the fact that Jesus came down to this earth, died on the cross for our sins, and reminded us that he's bigger than any problem that comes our way. I mean, the fact that Jesus is alive tells us that we can handle any situation with him. I like to think about it this way. I can because Jesus is alive. I can be brave because Jesus is alive. I can keep loving because Jesus is alive. I can keep having hope because Jesus is alive. Why don't you pause the video and as a family think about some of the ways that you can add to that list. You know, I can what? Because Jesus is alive. All right, so pause the video and then come back when you're done.
Death is beating, you have rescued me. Sing it out, Jesus is alive. The empty cross, the empty grave, life eternal, you have won the day. Shout it out, Jesus is alive. He's alive. Oh, happy day, happy day. You wash my sin away. Oh, happy day, happy day. I'll never be the same. Forever I'm changed. I'll never be the same. When I stand in that place, realize meeting face to face, I am yours, Jesus, you are mine. In this joy, perfect peace, earthly pain finally will cease. Celebrate, Jesus is alive. He's alive. Oh, happy day, happy day. You wash my sin away. Oh,
Awesome. I love when families have conversations like that together. Here's the thing. I find looking to see what God has done in the past helps me build faith and trust in Him and what He's doing in my everyday life right now. So I want to leave you with one last thing. I want you to make lots of happy Easter memories with your family today. So we're going to ask you to take an Easter family picture. Now, it doesn't matter if you're still in your PJs. Grab one of those filters that makes you all look like you're bunny rabbits and take a great family shot. Or maybe you're all dressed up for Easter and you'd like to get a classic shot where you're all smiling pretty. That's great too. Post your pictures to social media, #SSCNextGen, because we would love to see your family Easter style. Here's the thing. In a day like today, I think it's more important than ever that we take the time to celebrate and remember the hope that God sends us through Jesus at Easter time. Isn't that what makes Easter so very happy?
Death is beating, you have rescued me. Sing it out, Jesus is alive. The empty cross, the empty grave, life eternal, you have won the day. Shout it out, Jesus is alive. He's alive. Oh, happy day, happy day. You wash my sin away. Oh, happy day, happy day. I'll never be the same. Forever I'm changed. I'll never be the same. When I stand in that place, realize meeting face to face, I am yours, Jesus, you are mine. In this joy, perfect peace, earthly pain finally will cease. Celebrate, Jesus is alive.